don't know, both. Oh, and a Thor is here. Is it special edition? Nope, that's not the special edition Thor, but it's still a Thor. And Thors are really excellent against Mutalisk. They're doing so much splash damage to these Mutas, especially when they all really clumped up together. If you're Zerg player, I don't know if you can really. Whoa, that's a lot of Balings over here, dude. You kind of want to stay away from this because there's going to be a lot of acid on the floor, and you probably going to be part of it. Whoa, let's look at the Balings thing. They look kind of nasty. Look, is it going to pop like a pimple? Look, look at this thing. Looks kind of ridiculous. But the Muta harassment is still going on, and these guys are just chilling over here, not doing a whole lot of damage. I think he's just going to wait till all the for him to heal up, and that's a lot of Marauders. Whoa, and drewbie's gonna be pushing out with a super big army, and there is a siege mode for the siege tanks, and Thor is. But there is Mutas in his main base, so Mutas will be able to do so much damage, but he's moving his Marines towards the hill, and he needs to use his medevacs to drop him into the inside of his base and snipe down all his Mutas. And all of these reactors probably gonna go down, and attack labs going down too. So these Mutas are doing a little bit of the damage, but the important part, they keeping drewbie from pushing out, and my computer is lagging again. The most important part they're doing, they keeping drewbie from leaving his base and attacking. Look, this is a big army, and if drewbie attacks right now with the siege tanks in a correct positioning, or he can put them like over here on the hills, trying to force his opponent to come towards him, dude, these Balings are just probably gonna pop. And the Muta's harassment is kept coming back, but there's too many Marines and missile turrets going up at the same time to defend against this Muta harassment. And drewbie is going to be actually trying to push out of his base again with a huge army of Marine Marauders, Medic, Hellions, Siege Thing, Thor, and yeah, that's about it. That's the whole army. And oh, he's not be pushing out. He's going to try to secure a gold expansion over here. And Artosis is doing the same thing, getting a gold expansion too, which is really might be getting sniped by all of these units. Look how many units is over here for drewbie. That's a big army. 163 food over 144. So drewbie's a little bit ahead, and the siege tanks need to siege up for the Balings to go down. Look at these Balings. There's going to be so much damage over here done with these Balings. Boom! Look at these asses going down, and the only thing is alive. Oh my goodness! The whole army of drewbie just died, pretty much annihilated to those Balings. And these Mutas might be able to go down, but no, if there was one more Thor, these Mutas probably would have died. But both players did lose all of their armies pretty much, but drewbie is reinforcing his army pretty quick with all the Marauders, but he needs some more air defenses to deal with these Mutas. And that battle was epic. Level 1, 2 can be researched, and 2 for the Marines and siege tanks. And there is more Balings, so when I get some more, if it works, don't fix what it's not broken. Or play whatever you want to call this thing. And Artosis just keep getting expansions since this one got cancelled or sniped. I think it got cancelled, that's why he moved it over here. And these drones are getting transferred in a perfect timing. We're like, dun, 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 we're gonna go mine some minerals over here. And that's a big army of Mutas. 17 Mutas, that's pretty huge. And missile turrets going down, and mules. Mules are so important to use in this game. And he can use no more mules, but the Thor is gonna be here, and his replacements coming in. And level 3 weapons for the infantry is gonna be researched, so these Marines should be doing 10 damage per shot. And the Muta harassment keep going back to this base, but there is enough missile turrets to defend against this. But no, they all getting sniped down, and this Muta should be able to sneak into the mineral line and start doing a lot of damage to the SCVs. And drewbie actually is pushing out with his army too, but I don't see why the Artosis is pushing back, but drewbie's army kind of pushing it towards here, and he's sniping all the creep tumors. That's all he's doing pretty much. He's not doing that many damage, but planetary fortress. But he's not doing that much damage just killing the creep tumors. He needs to start killing more units. And look at these Balings. These guys are just nasty little creatures. And drewbie's gonna be chilling in here in the middle of the map. And he's gonna, whoa, this Zergling is still at the Zalaga tower, so he knows exactly the army of the drewbie, and he's gonna be pushing in behind us because he knows the placement of drewbie army troops. And that's really, he needs to get some more siege tanks over here, and this SCV needs to get to work, buddy. you here to work, and that Zergling probably die pretty soon. And if he could have researched Borrow, he could have just left the Zergling over here. And there's gonna be another battle going down over here, and Siege Tanks needs to be on top of these things. And look at these Balings doing so much damage, but Marauders observing the most of the damage, and the Thor is kinda in the back trying to snipe all of these Mutas, but there is way too many Zerglings and Mutalists, so there's the Balings, and our drewbie's army is gonna be going down, and Thor is gonna get focusing down, and this Thor need to start reinforcing, and drewbie need to get an SCV or a couple more SCVs to repair these Thors. You don't want to lose Thors in this game at all. And you saw how he used his Marauders as a shield towards the Balings, which is really good tactic by our drewbie. And Artosis expansions are like everywhere, dude. You're probably gonna be getting another one over here pretty soon, and not a lot of happening over here. Both players are just kind of micro up some more units and push out probably. And these Mutas are gonna find that Marine's gonna be over here, and they're gonna try to do some damage, but there's a missile turret over here, and another command center is gonna be built over here just for no freaking reason, pretty much just chilling over here, not even an orbital command. I think he should have made an orbital command and put some more mules under this mineral line to get some more income from it. But he actually pretty good on minerals, and Artosis should be banking. Oh, Artosis not making any money at all. I think he's spending all of them on Zerglings, Balings, and Mutas, pretty much, because Mutas are expensive in this game. And drewbie's going to be pushing out towards this expansion, and this hatchery is going to go down, and he's going to be in perfect position over here, had the high ground control over here, but this siege thing is going to get, no, siege thing is not going to get sniped, and the Muta is going to be forced to push back. And our drewbie did a lot of damage. He sniped the whole expansion over here except this extractor. I guess he's not going to care about the gas. But the important thing was down, the hatchery went down, and he's going to be pushing out towards another hatchery over here, and Artosis need to cancel this hatchery before he's going to get sniped by the Marauders, and I think it was cancelled, but I don't see the drone, so he might actually lost the hatchery. And drewbie pushing all the way in with, look at this force, that's a big force from drewbie. 2 siege tanks, I mean lots of siege tanks, 2 Thors in the back, and drewbie needs to start doing something against this, because there is a lot of Marauders, but there is not that many against air units from drewbie except these 2 Thors, but these Thors gonna get sniped down by these Mutas, and these siege tanks are gonna be really worthless. But the hatchery might gonna go down to these Marauders, that's the important part. And drewbie's gonna be reinforcing his army with more siege tanks, and this SCV is gonna get transferred over here, but the Mutas are doing so much damage. All of these Marauders gonna go down, this medevac is gonna go down, and drewbie is doing more damage over here, sieging up his siege tanks, and he's gonna try to snipe this hatchery again. So the more hatchery he kills, the more advanced he is, and he needs just a couple more shots before the hatchery goes down, and the hatchery is going down. So drewbie did so much damage right now. He sniped 3 hatcheries from Artosis, and the only expansion, and Artosis has to long distance mine. He doesn't have any more hatcheries left, and he's kind of low on minerals. That's the only hatchery, and I don't see why he's building it right here since this almost mined out. And Artosis is really behind right now since he lost all of his hatcheries except the main one, and look, he has to long distance mine. And drewbie's gonna be, I mean Artosis is gonna be pushing out all he has pretty much, because he has to do some sort of damage towards drewbie, because drewbie's economy did not suffer at all, and this medevac's probably gonna get sniped. They're in a bad position, and drewbie gotta push back, but there is not enough air units to defend against these Mutas, and you need a lot more. He needs to start getting a lot of Vikings to deal with these Mutas, because that's way too many Mutas, but the Mutas are gonna get sniped by these Marines and a Thor, so, and the Zergling's probably gonna go down pretty soon. And these Mutas I can get a free, no they can't, there's way too many, but they sniped the sensor tower, and drewbie still has to long distance mine. Look, he has to mine all the way from there just to get into his base, and this expansion should be up and running pretty soon, which is really gonna give him some chance. But there is really, I don't think drewbie can do a lot, since he has nothing. He has no minerals to supply this. His mine is mined out, and look at the drewbie army. It's huge, man. So many Marines, Marauders, and he keep reinforcing it with more units. And Artosis is in a really tough situation now, since this expansion doesn't have that many minerals, and it's really long distance mining pretty much right now. I would mine from these minerals. You probably would get some more effect from it. And Artosis is going to be pushing out with a big army of Mutas. 17 Mutas is actually pretty good. They easily should be sniped, and these SCVs just keep getting shot. Those Mutas keep getting free shots on those SCVs. And there's 3 Thors, lots of siege tanks, Marauders, and Marines at the same time, and some medevacs. And then Zergling's gonna go down. And where is Artosis' Mutas? I don't see. Where's all of his Mutas went to? Where's all the mutas? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, the mutas is in the middle line. I couldn't see on the screen. There's so much red. And the mutas are doing a little bit of damage here, but there's only 10 of them left. So, oh, Artosis is in a really tough position now. If he loses all of these mutas, the game is over, and he actually is going to be LOLing. So, this has been game between Artosis and drewbie, and thank you for watching.